Saudi Arabia will host discussions on Tuesday between the United States and Ukraine, marking a renewed diplomatic effort after tensions flared during President Volodymyr Zelensky's visit to the White House on February 28th. While the oil-rich kingdom may seem like an unexpected choice for these talks, Saudi Arabia, under the leadership of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, has been positioning itself as a key mediator for potential peace negotiations between Kyiv and Moscow. The country has even been considered as a venue for a potential meeting between Russian President Vladimir Putin and U.S. President Donald Trump. The meeting between U.S. and Ukrainian officials follows a tense exchange in the Oval Office involving Zelensky, Trump, and U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance. Their discussion took an unexpected turn, leading to a heated 10-minute argument in front of journalists. At one point, Trump scolded Zelensky, stating, "You're gambling with World War III, and what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country."
Millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III.
As a result, Zelensky left the White House without finalizing a crucial agreement that would have given the U.S. access to Ukraine's rare earth minerals. Kyiv had hoped this deal would help secure ongoing American military aid, which is vital as Ukraine continues its fight against Russia, following Moscow's full-scale invasion in February 2022. Saudi Arabia's foreign ministry confirmed on Friday that the discussions will take place in Jeddah, a strategic port city on the Red Sea. While Riyadh, the Saudi capital, hosted initial Russia-U.S. talks on February 18th, Jeddah has previously served as a venue for diplomatic meetings and houses several royal palaces. The foreign ministry emphasized Saudi Arabia's ongoing commitment to fostering a lasting peace to end the Ukrainian crisis, highlighting its efforts over the past 3 years by hosting multiple meetings on the issue. Zelensky is set to arrive in Saudi Arabia on Monday, ahead of the discussions. He had initially postponed his visit to the kingdom after traveling to the neighboring United Arab Emirates, another potential location for peace negotiations between Ukraine and Russia. "We continue working with our partners who seek peace, just as we do," Zelensky said on Friday. There will be significant work ahead in Europe, the U.S., and in Saudi Arabia as we prepare for a meeting aimed at accelerating peace and strengthening security. Accompanying Zelensky will be his chief of staff, Andriy Yermak, Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha, and Defense Minister Rustem Umerov. The U.S. delegation will be led by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who will also meet with Crown Prince Mohammed. Ahead of the talks, Sybiha had a discussion with Rubio, calling it a constructive call. The State Department's brief statement indicated that Rubio underscored President Trump's commitment to ending the war as soon as possible and emphasized that all parties must work toward a sustainable peace. On Sunday, Trump expressed optimism about the upcoming talks while speaking to journalists aboard Air Force One.
Let's see what happens with the whole Russia-Ukraine thing. I think you're going to have eventually, and maybe not in the distant future, you're going to have some pretty good results coming out of Saudi Arabia this week.
Are you going to resume aid to Ukraine if they sign the minerals deal?
Well, I think they will sign the minerals deal, but I want them to want peace.
Since consolidating power, Crown Prince Mohammed has taken a bold approach both domestically and internationally. His reputation suffered significantly following the 2018 killing of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi at the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, an act widely believed to have been ordered by the Crown Prince. In recent years, however, he has worked to reshape his global image. He has reached a diplomatic truce with Iran, hosted Zelensky at an Arab League summit, and engaged in mediation efforts for conflicts in Sudan and Gaza. Saudi Arabia has also maintained relations with Russia through the OPEC+ oil alliance, even as Western nations imposed sanctions on Moscow. By hosting these U.S.-Ukraine discussions and potentially drawing Trump to Saudi Arabia for future diplomatic engagements, the kingdom further solidifies its status as a neutral ground for high-stakes negotiations. Its authoritarian government, controlled media, and geographical distance from the war provide a secure and discreet setting for sensitive discussions.